MAGA is not Republican. Let me get that straight. If you're an independent and you are conflicted because you share traditional Republican values and morals like I do, you've always voted Republican like I have, but it doesn't feel right to vote for this con man, Donald Trump, and you find yourself maybe voting for Kamala Harris, and you think, is that the right call? Yes, it is the right call, because MAGA is Trump's own party. They are not Republican in any way, shape, or form. They are a party that's driven by hate, that's driven by racism. They want to go back in time to where Black people didn't have the same rights. Gay people didn't have the rights they do today, like to get married to each other. They don't want this country to advance, to progress.
I used to be a Republican. I grew up in Michigan. I was a diehard Republican. That's the party I identified with. I started to leave the Republican Party once they started going off the rails. And what a lot of you guys don't understand is that MAGAs are not Republicans. The Republican Party is dead. They allowed themselves to be taken over by a fringe cult led by someone who does not give a shit about anyone else but himself. He is 100% out for himself and does everything he can to stay in power so that he has what he needs and he has what he wants. So you can come at me all you want. I am not going to change my position now. I think that MAGA is a cult and they are a danger to our republic. And if you don't see that, we really shouldn't be friends.
Something that really upsets me is when people try to make a distinction between the Republican Party and MAGA. The establishment Democrats absolutely love doing this. MAGA Republicans. What is a MAGA Republican? Literally every Republican in power right now. Do you realize that? There is no break within the Republican Party. None. I'm watching this fantastic video by Sean Linden 1. I'm going to tag the video. It's about Florida elections because we have a primary coming up. Throughout the video, I'm seeing this. He's explaining their ideology. There are minor differences in their policies. But really, no, not really. Look, establishment, pro-Israel, secure border. This one, mass deportations, keep Medicaid. Is that even, that's what distinguishes you from MAGA? That's a crazy statement. The only real difference between these establishment Republicans and the people in power already is what they're willing to say publicly. Because I promise you, as soon as they touch the House floor, they are kissing Mike Johnson's feet. As soon as they touch the House floor, they are going to kiss Senator Thune's feet. Because that's what Trump told them to do. And Trump is the Republican Party. That or like Nazis, I guess, because fishback.
And MAGA, you need to hear this. I don't know why y'all think y'all Republicans. If y'all was just Republicans, I wouldn't have such a big issue with y'all. Y'all are not Republicans. You're not conservative. You don't want less government oversight. You want more government oversight. You putting troops in different cities and you're enjoying it. You got monitoring spirits all over your phone. They taking over the apps that you go on. They taking over all of the technology. It's billionaires in control. Like, you don't want less government oversight. That's what a real Republican would want. A real Republican want conservative values, not a felon. A real Republican is against crime. They wouldn't have a felon in office with rumors, more than just rumors, list of children that he had at pageants. And what do we talk? Y'all ain't no Republicans. What happened to the good old boys? Y'all making me miss George Bush. What the hell? You don't have no Republican conservative values. Look, there was multiple parties. There was like 6 different parties in Germany back in the day. And there was this one bright idea to just have this one party and you never have to vote again. You know the name of that party? I can't think of it right now. There is no particular values of the MAGA party. It's just misogyny and racism and xenophobia. That's it. Like, there's no like real values. It's just hate.
There is no way you will come out and say that you are from Republican and automatically people will take it that you are a MAGA, that it is not done. That MAGA voters and MAGA supporters are separate entity and Republicans are separate entity as well. That is what all these reactors are saying. And one thing you should understand from what they also said is because some part of the Republicans allowed the so-called MAGA to take over their sense of reasoning, to take over how they react and see things. That is why they ended up in this way. That is why all that is happening right now. That if they had stood their ground, that Republicans wouldn't be infuriated with the way MAGA have done. That MAGA is just like a cult. That MAGAs are separate entity, Republicans are separate entities. And I guess the people that are saying all of this are a lot of Republicans. They are coming out to clear their names and whatever people know about them. Don't carry any news that you did not know and start saying that that all the whole Republicans are MAGAs. No. They are sounding it for people that cares to know and people that cares to listen. In fact, MAGAs are not Republicans. Not all MAGAs are Republicans, and not all Republicans are MAGAs.
They want to go back 100 years ago. 100 years ago, this country was not a great place. It was full of hate. It was full of racism. And what Donald Trump does is he knows how to build up that hate. People who feel like they were wronged in some way. Maybe they got sick, maybe they lost their job, maybe they lost their marriage, maybe they feel like a failure in life because their kids don't talk to them anymore. Whatever it is, he knows how to tap into that weakness and grab that anger and then transfer that anger onto politics as if it's the government's fault for your personal problems. Let me tell you something though. The government is not the cause of your problems, and the government cannot fix your problems.
Special credit to all the original owners of the videos used in the creation of this video. It is solely for analysis and also for educational purpose. All you have to do is to like and share this video, tell a friend, and if you're a MAGA, what do you have to say? If you're a Republican, what do you have to say? We'd love to hear your point of view in the comment section. Like, if you're a Republican, call Republican, tell us what you think. Democrats, you can also share your views, what you think about all these things happening, like this MAGA of a thing, Republicans, just say your mind and tell us what you feel and think about all these scenarios, all these things happening. Are you Team Republican or Team Democrat or Team MAGA? Tell us. With the way MAGAs are going about it, or like it's now messy, and a lot of people are actually insulting them in all social media platforms, warranting a whole lot of people decamping and coming out of MAGA. So a lot of them are losing members. Maybe because of that, a lot of people are now coming out to denounce and say, I am not from MAGA, I am not a MAGA voter, I am not this and that, So tell us what you think, share your views, and see you all in our next video. Till then, bye.